for me personally, nothing like blindsiding you.
Well, I said we're getting started, and then
I
it's
know.
so funny. Then we start talking.
I know.
Love these sound effects, you guys. It totally is. It is a saver sometimes.
Well,
And I love it. I love doing the pod because it's like all of us, especially when we do like a group hangout, we're all talking, and then when we start the applause, everyone like goes
I
into like, I don't know. It's funny.
like
But
oh, hang on.
Donna.
There we go.
While you're doing that, I want to welcome you guys, whoever's watching this live. Welcome to our training today. My name is Michelle Grigsby, and I'm here with my beautiful business partner, Donna Rios. And Donna is in Georgia. I'm in Kansas City. And happy Patrick's Day, everybody. Donna, you wearing your green?
Happy. No, I didn't even think of that.
I need to pinch you.
I know. There's not a strip of Irish in me, and this is just something I just don't even think about. So.
Oh, well.
You don't have to be Irish to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, right?
Absolutely not, but I definitely have reason to celebrate. My mama is a Kennedy, which is not one of the Kennedys, but she's a Kennedy. And that is definitely an Irish name. I'm Scottish, Danish, and Irish with a little bit of Danish. Wait, I forgot. Scottish, Danish, Irish. That's what I am. And yeah, we're both like, oh, we're so tired. I don't know why. I didn't get much sleep last night.
Yeah.
And I know Donna is preparing for a huge wedding this weekend. That's the great thing about, the age that we're at. I'm here living with my mom, and Donna's got a kiddo getting married.
Yes, yeah, and so, all the out-of-town companies starting to come in town. This day happened to be the perfect day to do our training just because this is like a freer day, I guess you could say. And, but yeah, yesterday we had like 20-something people here for dinner last night. And, but the weather has been awesome, so we can't even complain. It's just been really good, but yeah, we're a little tired right now.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, but we're just going into the busy time. Like tomorrow we're gonna pick up my parents, and then Thursday night is rehearsal dinner. Friday's the wedding, and then Saturday it's just celebrating because all my family, all our kids are in town and all that good stuff. So we're gonna be quite busy.
Well, we're going to be really excited to see pictures because that's part of the strategy, you guys, of having a social media presence online. Is you definitely share what's going on in your life, and I think I share a little bit more than what Donna does. Donna, you're a little more private.
I am.
You are.
I just don't even, to tell you the truth, and this is so crazy because I can be in my office and I think 100% business, but as soon as I walk out that door, I think just life. So I have to learn to mesh the two.
Absolutely. So I'm so proud of you when I see you posting things that's going on in your life, like that one time that you were on the road. And guys, this is kind of a side tip. She was on the road, she was traveling back, and you took that picture of your laptop. While you're on the road, like saying, here I am working, what a great, I'm definitely living the laptop lifestyle. And that's definitely something that we want to talk to you guys about because what we're going to do is I'm going to continue on with some of the trainings that we did last week, and basically it's just establishing an online presence, utilizing social media, and utilizing social media, like Facebook and Twitter are the two big ones that I recommend that we focus on. If you're trying to get established online with an online business, you want to be very, very careful about pitching your business all the time because people don't want to be pitched to. People love to buy, but they don't like to be pitched to. Mm-hmm. And, and the thing is that it's having an online business or having a business working from home is amazing. It's awesome. And there's a science to it. There's strategy behind everything that you do because you are relying on the internet to help people get to know, like, and trust you. And it's really, really super important that people get to know you, they like you, and they trust you. And the last thing I hate it when I go to somebody's wall and I see all they post is stuff that's business related. And, you know, when I get these friend requests, I go look and see on their wall, and if everything is about their business, why in the world would they think I want to walk into that home? Because your Facebook profile is basically, you know, your home. And when you invite somebody there, you know, I'd say what, 6 to 10% of your followers are usually, you know, seeing what you have posting on your newsfeed. So the thing is, guys, is that whenever you are posting things, you want to have a strategy behind every single thing that you post, every single thing that you tweet. And if you know, go to my wall or Donna's wall, you will see that it is everything that we post is a well-calculated move, and there's strategy behind that. And I'm not saying not to be yourself, not to be true and authentic, because you definitely want to be, but it's all about having strategy behind everything that you do. And so what we're doing is we're just sharing with you some tips on, you know, some ways to get engagement, because you want people to get to know you. You want people to engage with you, because the more engagement you get, then the people that are following them, whether it's their friends or their followers on Twitter, you know, if they're sharing your content on your website, on your blog, you know, it spreads. And that's the awesome thing about online, is that this is a global business. You're not just in your hometown. You are now global. And so a couple of tips I want to give you really quickly is, if you're just new starting an online business, the first thing I recommend you do not do is do not go create another Facebook profile because you're afraid of what your friends are going to think. You can actually separate your posts on your current personal profile. You can have a list, and that's something that we'll get into in another training, but you can literally separate your friends and family from your business prospects, because you can still talk about your personal life with just your business prospects and share things about your business periodically, and there's strategy behind that. And so, you know, that's one thing that I recommend, is don't go do that. And actually that goes against Facebook's terms and conditions. And you also want to be careful about outright posting links to your business on your personal profile. And the reason why is because that also goes against Facebook's terms and conditions. So, you know, some of the strategies that we gave you last week, there's just some really great ways to pique people's curiosities so that they know what your business is, but they don't feel like you're pitching to them. Donna, does that make sense?
Oh, that makes so much sense, Michelle, because, yeah, who wants to be sold to? You know, I mean, we all know the stories of the car salesman, you know, so,
Yes.
you know, you certainly don't want that, you know, online, or especially to have that stigma over you, for sure.
Absolutely. And yeah, there's actually some car dealers that can sell cars online. I mean, I know people can sell online cars now, which is just amazing, you know, because I can see myself doing that myself, actually. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, because we want to try to keep these under half an hour. So let me know if you can see my screen.
We got it.
Okay. All right, so basically what I did last week, guys, is I went through 19 points on some great ways to just, you know, get engagement, some things to do on social media. Now, a lot of the things that that I'm sharing with you, I got from a blog post that Kim Garst did last week. She's like the queen of social media, and a lot of this was applicable towards Twitter, but it also applies to Facebook. And we talked about we gave you some tips on how to do that. So if you guys do not have access to the training, just go to theblogbabes.com and make sure you subscribe. We'll make sure we give you access to our library of free trainings that we've done for you. And guys, you know, while I'm putting together our branding course, and you know, it's just so interesting, all the things that I'm learning myself and the things that I'm sharing in our training, the things I want to share with you is, you know, the thing is, guys, is that you always think about your brand. Like, what is your brand? What is it that you want people, what is it that people say about you? What is it that you want people to think about when they think of you? And it's all done by these little things that you do, right? Like for instance, I shared number 9, share a random deep thought. Or number 8, share an inspirational or motivational quote. Whatever you guys post, it's going to reflect who you are, okay? And that's really, really super important, because the law of attraction is whatever you put out is what you attract, okay? And another point I gave you was help forge connections by introducing friends that you think would benefit from, knowing each other. Share a random piece of trivia. And in fact, I gave you a link that is some really cool trivia tips that you can share. Share a picture from an in-person event or meeting. This is huge, you guys. This is a really great way to indirectly share what's going on with your business by just going to events and having pictures taken with people, and or a meeting that you go to. This is really cool. Build up anticipation by sharing a countdown to a big event. Share a tip to help your audience with a problem. This is something that I do on one of my fan pages. I share a daily beauty tip, right? It's my anti-aging page. I share a beauty tip, and the reason why is because I know that my target market would benefit from it, and I get engagement with it. Another one, share breaking news. All right, another great way to share value, but yet also maybe indirectly brand yourself. So what is it that you guys are doing? What are you doing? Are you a health and wellness coach? Are you a social media coach? Are you, think about what is information you could provide that people in your target market would benefit from, okay? So I'm going to go with number 20, and here's one. Share a funny moment or observation. All right, Donna, I'm going to put you on the spot. If you can think of something that you can help contribute, share a funny moment or observation.
Thanks, Michelle.
we have those all the time. Share a funny moment or observation. I mean, that is something that you see all the time, share a funny moment or observation. I have one. Let me share it with you. And this also ties into like an image, okay? But let me go to pictures. And let me go to selfie. Let me type in selfie. Okay. Donna, do you remember this picture that we took?
Yes.
All right, guys. Taking selfies is kind of a joke, but at the same time, millions of people are taking selfies every day, right? Donna, I could not believe that you had a selfie stick. I mean,
I don't use it that often, probably, as I need to. But
what's so cool is that, we use it as an opportunity to take a picture of that. I mean, you see Donna holding the selfie stick, and here's me with a surprise look on my face. I think this is hilarious. And I'm not just going to slap this up there. I'm totally going to have a post around this picture. And, I might doll it up a little bit. Who knows? I mean, it's just, but, this is something that is, you can share some awesome statistics with this picture. I mean, you can do it a 2- or 3-fold thing here. Here we're showing behind the scenes. We're showing that we're online. We're showing that we are, there's so many different things this picture will tell people, right? And then, of course, you want to include content with it. And, that's an example of something where you might want to think about, sharing a funny moment, because people love funny, right? So share a funny moment or an observation, or something that might be just a quick update that was something that was funny that you experienced, okay? Share that. People want to know that. It's another way for people to get to know you, okay? Here's another one, 21. How about do a shout out to one of your followers? Okay, for instance, I like to do this periodically. Like, for instance, I think it was last week when I talked about doing the the Wonder Woman stance, and I had a friend on Facebook that was nervous about going into an interview, and I stated that, if you do the Wonder Woman stance for 2 minutes by yourself in the bathroom before you go into a job interview, that will do something in regards to releasing endorphins and give you the feeling of empowerment. And they did a study where these kids, they interviewed, they watched they did a study on like a group of kids that were doing interviews, college students, and the ones that did the power, the power stance, whether it was the Rocky stance or the Wonder Woman stance, they rocked it in those interviews. And and what I did was I mentioned that, and I mentioned the follower's name and the training, and I also mentioned it on my wall, and that caused quite a bit of engagement, right? And that was really cool. I think they appreciated the attention. We've got another gal who is one of our loyal followers, Jody Major. Jody, I love doing shout outs for Jody. Jody is not in our business, right? She is the coolest Avon lady I have ever met. I mean, she does a great job of branding herself. She does a great job of letting people know that she is an Avon lady, and she does an awesome job of promoting herself and her business. And, I have no qualms on doing shout outs for people like that because I love people like that. And we're like-minded, and I think that it's a really, really wise decision to help support other people, especially in this industry. And so, you definitely want to do that periodically. Don't just be supporting team members in your team. You want to support other people as well. We're all like-minded. Do you agree with that, Donna?
Oh, most definitely, Michelle, because and something, that for everyone to kind of think about is that we all started at the exact same spot. We all started where we really didn't know what we were doing or how to do it or anything like that. And it's just through time and implementation that that you get to be a social butterfly like Michelle.
Oh, gosh. No, I'm not a social butterfly. I am a
You're a wickedly awesome trainer. How's that?
Oh, oh, that's so funny. I just had a flashback to college. Sorry, there was somebody in my college that I used to call it secretly to myself a social butterfly, and I said I will never be a social butterfly.
Sorry.
All right, y'all just learned something new. Here's another thing, guys, is you want to be really careful about, whenever you're posting on your Facebook fan page, your profile, Twitter, one thing that I've noticed that some people do is, I already mentioned this, but let me go ahead and do this. No, actually, I'm going to save that for last. Be careful about don't post too much at once. I noticed that sometimes some people will post like an inspirational quote, a cool inspirational image, and sometimes they'll post 3 or 4 at a time, and that's fine, but I noticed that there's some people that do that all the time. And guys, let me tell you, if you go to my wall, if you go to Donna's wall, you will see that every single post that we do, there's a strategy behind it. And one thing that I try not to do is I try not to dilute my posts. And you might, I used to do 8, 9, 10 posts a day, but I had found that some of them would get kind of lost in the shuffle, and some of them I thought were pretty darn good posts, right? But now I have found that if I'm patient, I will notice that I will get more and more engagement over time on certain posts. If I know it's high quality, I know it resonates with people, and that's one thing I really recommend is you want to be consistent, all right? That's another thing, be consistent. And definitely be consistent, but yet you don't want to do too much at once. You want to spread it out. On your fan page, you can actually schedule those so that maybe in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, you have high quality posts, okay? But sometimes with your personal profile, you want to share what's going on in the day. That's awesome because you want people to know what's going on in your life, because people will really resonate with that. And I'll be honest with you guys, there's times whenever I'll post something and I don't get a lot of engagement. Well, I know for a fact, because one of the strategies that I'm doing right now is I'm inviting all of my opt-ins that I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of opt-ins on a really inexpensive ad that I'm running on Facebook right now. And on my thank you page, one of the first things I'm doing is I'm inviting them to go to my personal profile and send me a friend request. Now, why is that? Because I know they're ultra-targeted leads. These are the people I want to start connecting with. And what's going to happen is when I go to my wall, and if there's a post that is not getting very much engagement, I'm just going to hide it. Do you guys know how to do that? Donna, do you know how to hide a post?
Sorry, I got me on mute. Yeah, I know how to do it, but yeah, no, show us, Michelle, because
Okay.
I'm sure there's people that.
Um, well, let me just show you. Okay, here's something. Okay, here is kind of a business related type of post that's kind of personal, right? So here I'm saying I'm stating I have a face mask on, but yet at the same time I'm kind of talking about the training that we're doing, and I'm really thrilled. I mean, I got some likes on that, and I got some. Oh my gosh, I got 3 shares on that. That's awesome. And then, you know, I shared a personal story, guys. Sharing a personal story, something that's going on in your life. You know, I shared that I'm a stepmom without 2 kids, but I am taking care of my mom. I heard her coughing all night. I was worried, right? And I talked about how I went and checked on her a few times, and I kind of made a related. And look at this, guys. I've got some engagement on that. All right. Okay, I've been getting some engagement on that. So, okay, I've been getting a lot of engagement. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can find one that I'm not really. Okay, every once in a while, guys, you might see a post that you don't have a ton of engagement on. And what you can do is, let's say I don't, you know, it was a post that was like, it's okay. Well, all you have to do, guys, is you just go here to the little arrow bar and click on that, and you can click hide from timeline. And the reason why I do that periodically is because when I know someone is new, like I've got a new friend request, I know that 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to go check me out. They're going to see what I'm all about, right? And if they see that I have posts that I'm getting no engagement with, that kind of speaks volumes. Would you agree, Donna?
Mm-hmm. Oh
Let me
yeah.
put it another way. If they see that I'm getting a lot of engagement, that will speak volumes. All right?
Yeah.
And it has taken time, guys, to build up, you know, these posts. Now, every once in a while, okay, let me just give you some examples of what I've done. Like here, I did a free giveaway. And do you guys see how I promoted the winner to a free giveaway I did? How funny is that? This was a great way. I have absolutely no qualms on putting this on my personal profile because that's fun. I used a service called funny.photo, and I used funny.pho.to, and I just took this image of the winner and I just uploaded that, and it looks like she. I mean, this is awesome, guys. And you know, that is another example of something you can do, is doing a free giveaway or do a flash sale or a flash giveaway. I did this like on the cuff, and I got a huge response, and the reason why is because I was really excited about a video that I saw on my newsfeed, and it was the one that I'm promoting, right? And so what I did was I shared it on my personal profile. I wasn't pitching it. I was just saying, cool, I saw this on my newsfeed. So what I did was I decided to say, you know what, I'm going to do a free giveaway. And if you guys share that video, I will give you, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so I offered that, and guys, I got like 15 shares from my personal profile from people that wanted to get that product, okay? So that was another strategy. Here it is. I was offering a free giveaway. Oh my gosh, look at that, Donna, 26 shares.
Wow.
How cool is that? You know, and then I was sharing, there's the video that I was excited about, so I shared that, that it was in my newsfeed, but then of course I'm doing personal things, right? My greatest loves, God, food, and Kentucky college basketball. So when people are going down my list, they are going to learn a lot about me, okay? But once again, if I see something where I don't have a lot of engagement, and it's something that, you know, or if I feel like I'm being too pitchy on my wall, then I might remove it. All right? So I hope this gives you an idea. And I try to share value, but I also want to keep personal things in my life. I want people to know what's going on in my life because I want them to relate to me. I want them to get to know me, right? And I like to use humor, guys. I like to use a lot of humor because people relate to that. Did I include that? Use humor.
And you do that very well, Michelle.
Oh, I include that up here. Share a funny moment or observation, but also use humor, you know? I mean, you guys, as we're going through the trials of life, we all are going through trials of life. You can still choose to use humor, you know, and it's inspirational. I mean, I love when I see people that are experiencing something that they're going through, and I know that I would hate to be going through that experience, but when they use humor, it really helps me resonate with them, you know, and so I really respect people that like to use humor and do it well. Um, let's see. Okay, here's something else, guys. I know I've shared this in another training, but share a fact. Share some tips or some facts. Here is an awesome, awesome resource, postplanner.com. They have an app that does auto postings for you. I don't use their app, okay, but they have the most awesome blog posts. And one of them that I want to share with you is right here. Photos drive engagement on Facebook pages. All right. So basically, they shared some statistics, and 87% of shares that are done worldwide on Facebook, 87% are done with people with photos. Okay. So the most popular things that are shared on Facebook is photos. Look at that, 87%. And then a link. Usually, when you post a link, it pulls an image. 4% of those are shared. An album is shared. I didn't know people could share albums. Videos. Now that's kind of interesting to me. 3%. I see a lot of people sharing videos, so I think that's a pretty amazing statistic. And then a status update, just a regular text. 2% of those are shared. Okay, this is a tip that I'm more than likely going to put on my wall and also on our fan page, because this is stuff I think that people would benefit from. Wouldn't you agree, Donna?
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt. I mean, anything that's going to educate you or get you closer to your goals, I think, is going to be hugely beneficial.
Yeah. So let me include that on my list here. Share tips and statistics in a certain way. You don't want to just be spewing out statistics, because we're not analytical thinkers, right? Most of us aren't. The majority of us like to relate to emotion, and that's a tip, though, I think that is very that's shareable. You can get a lot of engagement with that. Another one is I go to postplanner.com/blog. You have to go to /blog, or else it'll take you to their app. And if you do that, guys, let me do that so I'll show you. So postplanner.com/blog, and then go all the way down to the bottom, and right here it says Status Idea Engine. If you click on that, this is really cool, guys. If you have a total brain cramp and you cannot think of something, you want to do something that will create some engagement, this is an awesome, awesome tip. You can actually have Post Planner share with you things that you might not think of. So for instance, I'm going to click, I want some engagement. So questions, I want to ask a question. So I'm going to click shuffle. And you can ask this: who's the first historical figure that pops in your head? Have you ever had a poem or a song written about you? These are some great idea generators. Ask for likes and comments. Let's see what that says. Click like if you consider yourself an ambitious person. Click like if you're a lumberjack and you're okay.
Wow.
Fill in the blank. My gosh, we could do a training just on this in itself. My favorite part of being an entrepreneur is blah, blah, blah. Oh, this will be a great opportunity for people to pitch their business. My favorite summer activity is, there's some great ideas here, you guys.
Wow,
And
I like that, Michelle. I didn't even know about this one.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, wow.
So that is cool.
And then let's look at springtime seasonal. Let's see what that does. Oh, your next vacation. When spring is coming, we're breaking out of the gym. What's your favorite warm weather workout? So there's a lot of ideas you can get here, you guys, just from asking questions. Okay.
Wow.
So let me use Post Planner's idea generator, and I'll include the link on that on our website. Okay. Periodically, you guys, a great way to get a great thing to do for marketing on social media is, you know, post a link to your blog, your fan page, and your Twitter. I periodically do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Your Pinterest account. Your other social media channels, you guys, don't hesitate to ask people to go like or follow you there, okay? Because if you're providing value, when you're providing value and people are engaging with you, when you have a post like that, people are going to be happy to oblige, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one, guys. This is big. Comment on other people's posts. This is huge, guys, especially if you are wanting people to get, if you want some engagement on your fan page, if you want to drive some followers to your fan page, then what you can do is you can go in as your fan page and go to other fan pages, and you can comment as your fan page. All right, don't spam, don't tell them about your company, but just leave a comment that is thoughtful, or maybe you can actually reach out, like you can reply to individuals' comments as your fan page, right? And leave a value comment or a compliment or something, and you know, there's a very high probability when they see your fan page that you're posting as your fan page, they could go check it out. You could have a new follower, and then you might have a new customer, okay? Gosh, I'm trying to think. I can think. Donna, can you think of something else that might be something we could post? Show, and I've already shown this to you, but let me put this on the list. Show your personal side by sharing a personal thought or reflection. I love to do this, you guys. If you guys ever see my posts on my profile, you know I love to do this. The reason why is because I know that when people read a personal post that I post, I really do share some of the things that's going on inside, you know. And I know that when people respond to that, I know that they are relating to me. And I know that when you relate to people on an emotional level, I'm telling you, it's a great way to create engagement, and it's a great way to create more followers, because a statistic I shared in another training is, you know, 70% of people are following you or watching you are not engaging. So, you know, remember that. Remember that everything that you post, people are watching you. They're watching you.
They are watching you. Yes. Well, that's true, though. I mean, because, you know, not that you're a stalker or anything like that, but how many of us are actually, you know, we follow people, but we don't really engage with them until something emotional they say, you know, that we can really relate to, or an image or a video that is just hitting us at the right time, at the right moment, and then we're willing to kind of give into that. So yeah, that is so true.
Absolutely true.
Or all being stalked somehow.
Yeah, I mean, and guys, go through these tips that we gave you. We have more tips. I still have a whole page of tips to share with you guys. And so we still have more tips to give you. And but just remember that people buy, people relate, and people will join people that they know, like, and trust. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing that we always recommend is remember that everything that you do online, remember that it's a reflection of your brand. It's a reflection of who you are. And you do not want to be pitching your business. You can pique their curiosity, but you don't want to pitch their business, okay? And that is something that will generate a lot of followers for you. And until you are a thought leader, which means you can just post something and you'll have 20,000 shares on it. Mm-hmm. You know, you are constantly, you need to post your content as if you are still wanting to, you're still branding yourself. No matter what, you're still branding yourself, and you want people to get to know you, like you, and trust you. I just can't harp on that enough.
No, I mean, Michelle, everything you're saying is so 100% on. You know, it's, yeah.
Well, and this is why we always recommend, guys, social media is one of the tentacles one of the tentacles to having a blog, and the reason why you need to have a website, a blog, is because, you know, what if something happened to Facebook and they shut down? What if they started charging an arm and a leg for you to have access? Do you know how many people are going to leave? You know, or what if something did happen and they shut down? You know, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And that's why we always recommend having your central hub as your blog, because your blog is where you can talk about your products, you can talk about your company, you can talk about yourself, and people can really get to know you. And from there is where you want to drive your traffic, is to your blog. Okay. What I love about social media for me, what I love about my personal profile with Facebook, is I like to use that to establish relationships on a deeper level. But my blog is what I use to create my capture pages. I use that to share information that's of high value, and I use that to share some information about myself periodically. But I use that, though, that is my central hub where I collect all of my information. And then if you're ready to take it to another level, then I'm ready to have a conversation with you, and that's usually on Facebook. So I hope you guys found this of value. We have much more value we want to give you, and we're really excited. We are almost done rolling out our trainings that we're doing on the Blog Babes, and it's going to include a social media course, branding course, blogging course, and how to set up your blog and how to create content and brand yourself so that you are a social media and an online entrepreneurial rock star. Can you believe that? So cheesy. All right, guys, we're really glad that you stuck around, you watched this. We're really grateful that you're here, and let us know that you're here. If you watched this, if there's anything you got of value, let us know what it was, and we will see you next time, guys. Cheers.